Listen, I was surprised. Like I was looking, doing some research. You fought 8 months ago. You actually fought in July of 20. Can you tell us about
Well,
that?
July 18th of 2020. Yes, sir. I fought an MMA legend by the name of Pat Miletich.
MMA, right? Pat Miletich and Mike. Mike.
What'd you say?
Mike Marley. Mike, you were saying. What were you saying about Miletich?
Pat Miletich is a follower of the right wing.
Yeah. So, like one thing I noticed about it, because I was watching that fight, I was surprised by your hand speed. And, you're 57 years old. I was surprised by how fast your hands were, to be honest. Can you tell us about that fight against Miletich?
Well, I had to get in really tip-top shape, because you got to understand, I never fought as a kickboxer. I always fought as a professional boxer. So the elements was kind of different. Getting kicked, I wasn't worried about the punches, but the kicks was excruciating, and they very painful. But, with the tutelage of the training I had to endure to prepare for the fight, Chris Jenkins and the guys, Vern Clark, to help me prepare for this, match against Pat Miletich was a tough, hard. It was a job, getting myself in shape to get prepared to get kicked, because I'm used to getting hit, not kicked. So it was a different element with the guy, throwing feet at you and kicking you in your legs, your shins, and your hips and your sides, and it's very painful, and it's a rough sport. I didn't think kicks hurt, but I guess it took Pat Miletich to kick me to figure it out. But you got to be in great shape to take a kick, because it's just something about getting kicked it's painful, man. And I respect those guys. I got the utmost respect for those guys that are the MMA fighters. I'm not talking about the legendary champions, the guys that get make the millions of dollars and getting the big purses. I'm talking about the young guys. I got a lot of respect for them, because it takes a lot of confidence and endurance and being relentless to keep coming in every day and having to prepare for a fight. I'm talking about the little guys that fighting the minor fights, not the guys at the major level. I'm talking about the guys that are only getting like maybe $1,000 a fight. And is it worth it? In reality, no. But people got to make a living. I don't tell nobody how to make a living. But if you're going to fight and kickbox, they need to pay you a lot of money for that, because it's nothing nice, brother. I tell anybody that. I'm one and done. And, I come back and I fought a legendary guy. I just didn't fight no ordinary guy. I fought a super extraordinary guy. He was an MMA legend at the MMA fighting style, something I'd never done before. But, I got confidence in my ability as a fighter. And, I've been fighting all my life. And I tell guys that you put me in the ring with whoever, I'll figure out a way. If there's a will, there's a way, and I'll come up with an idea, and I'll figure it out. And I figured out, how to, elude him and stay out of danger for the 4 rounds, and box him and do the things that I know that I'm qualified to do, because I didn't want to turn into no slugfest, no war with the guy, because he's a consummate pro, and he's a MMA legend, and he knows how to fight. And I couldn't underestimate him. I had to train just like I had to train for all the rest of my other fights with a champion of a mindset, and had to be relentless, because there's days you want to quit, but when you're being prepared for a fight, there's no gas station on the side of the ring. You got to always be ready, and you can't trust no referee, no judge, no nothing. You got to bring your own judges, and you got to bring your own gas tanks, and that's your condition.
What about, listen, because we have a line on Julian Jackson. What about Julian Jackson? Michael Nunn, Julian Jackson. I'm gonna ask him. If you say you
want ask Julian Jackson, I'll be more than happy. It's nothing but exhibition. Why not? Me and Julian, we had he was a junior middleweight champion when I was a middleweight champion, and we used to kind of like go at each other, but nothing never transpired after. But if he wants to do an exhibition, I'd be more than happy to accommodate him, because that's what I do.
I'm passing along the message.
You make sure that you pass along the message. I look forward to maybe doing it with Julian Jackson, because these other guys don't seem like they want to fight me.